We were really struggling. I can remember there were days that we would literally only talk to each other when we had to.
Yeah, we had been through so many things, a deployment to Iraq, 3 kids, counseling, and we still found ourselves struggling to connect with one another on a daily basis.
The evenings were especially bad for us.
Typically, I was always the one to do the nighttime routine with the kids. I would come out of the kids' bedroom, and once I had them to sleep, the kitchen would just still have dishes everywhere, and the living room had looked like Tonka trucks literally like rained in there. And Jeff would just be sitting on the couch on his laptop working. It was just those little things that I wanted him to help me with that he wasn't.
We were both stressed. We were stressed about work. We were stressed about all the things that go along with raising 3 boys. We were letting the busyness of life become more important than our marriage. But honestly, we didn't even know what was happening because it was happening over a long period of time, little by little each day.
Yeah, that's when the resentment really began to build because it would be night after night of that. Instead of just asking Jeff to help me clean up the kitchen or clean up the living room, I would just go to bed, shut the door, and just ignore him. I can remember one night specifically when our youngest was throwing a big fit and I needed Jeff's help. I was yelling for him to come help me and he wasn't responding. And I remember walking out to the living room and he was just asleep on the couch. And I was so mad because moms don't get just to go sleep on the couch before the duties of the day are over. And I remember blowing up at you and he had no idea why I was mad.
And I knew it wasn't because I had fallen asleep. I knew that there was something else going on.
Yeah, it wasn't just about that moment. It really was about all of the resentment that I had built up and I never communicated any of it to him.
In reality, we just started letting our responsibilities, our daily tasks, our careers, our children become our life. It was sucking the joy out of our days. And we weren't communicating with each other about our needs. Our marriage was not our priority.
But you have those like life-altering moments where you think, my life has to change. We didn't really have some big catastrophic event. It just happened over time and we realized we weren't making each other a priority. Jeff had actually went on another business trip and he had this illusion that he was doing all these business trips so that he could better provide for us. He would guilt me into being okay with all these trips by using that excuse. When in reality, all it was doing was making them absent from our family.
On this trip, I met a couple and I was amazed how they were building life together. And I thought, why am I here without my wife? Why am I here without my family? Why am I here alone? Why am I here away from the people that are most important to me? And I came back from that trip with a desire to figure out a way to do more things together without being apart.
When he got back from that trip, I vividly remember sitting on the couch.
Brown chair.
What was on the couch?
Brown chair.
Okay. Both just looking at each other like we didn't even know the people that we had become. And I remember saying out loud to him, I feel like I don't even know who you are anymore. It was really the first time that we both recognized that something had to change. So we talked through how he had wanted to find more ways to do things with me and with the kids, and I just remember feeling this huge weight being lifted off my shoulders. I remember he looked at me and he said, "Can I hug you?" And I just kind of looked at him because I wasn't sure. I'm not the type of person that can be mad one second and then instantly happy the next second. But for some reason that day and that conversation, it softened my heart. And I don't think that we let go of each other for at least 10 minutes.
And after we had that moment on the brown chair, we started being intentional about our marriage and our life. We knew it wasn't going to be easy, because it wasn't, but we were both committed to doing the work to make it better. We put boundaries in place when it came to spending time away from each other and our family, and we started to realize, I can't say yes to everything.
The biggest thing was that we promised to communicate to each other what we actually needed from one another. I never told Jeff that I needed his help with dishes or bedtime routines, so he really had no idea.
I never told her I needed more affection, more adventure, more spontaneity. I needed more than just a peck on the lips, and I know that she needed more than just a side hug before I left for work each day. And both of us needed that 5 to 10 minutes per day to chat about what's going on in each other's lives, filling in each other and what happened that day.
Yeah, we vowed to kiss, hug, and have this catch me up chat every single day, and it's what we call our love habits. Going through the last 10 years, we saw how easy it was to let life take over.
We realized that we were in control of designing our life together, and going through that changed the way we viewed our marriage. We started being intentional about us.
We want to show people that your commitment to change has to be greater than your desire to change when it comes to your marriage. So many people want that perfect marriage, but they don't want to take any steps or commitments to make it happen. They just kind of let life take over, and each day they grow further and further apart.
We want to work through our struggles while sharing you with the hardships and the happiness. We hope that the stories that we share will help you design your perfect marriage.
We are definitely not licensed therapists or professional psychologists or educated counselors. We are simply just a husband and wife learning how to live a life of joy and grace. No marriage is perfect, and we've really used the mistakes that we've made as a way to grow and become closer, and we hope that we can show you how to do the same.
Now, we do all kinds of different challenges where couples can join us to grow closer together. We share adventure, spiritual life, and even intimacy challenges.
If you truly want your marriage to be more, then you can't just desire it. You have to be committed to it.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Mandy, and we help couples design their perfect marriage.
Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
Oh, jeez.
Till the break of dawn. We're gonna get it on and
Okay,
on
yeah, I'm done with this.
and on.